this practice is led by Maïté. For more, please hit the subscribe button and visit integrativemindfulnessmovement.com. Body scan meditation. This practice is about turning our attention to sensations arising in the body moment by moment and seeing if this is possible to bring friendliness and kindness toward ourselves, to cultivate a sense of openness and curiosity, of a scientist perhaps, by letting go of any expectations, including the desire to obtain a particular result or to achieve relaxation, not anticipating or searching for a specific outcome, and also to invite an attitude of willingness and non-judgment to be with what is and see things just as they are, keenly interested in the experience of the present moment, without seeking to fix it or change anything. In preparation, please find a place and a time during which you can be undisturbed and with yourself as fully as possible, choosing clothing that is comfortable, non-biting, adaptive of your body temperature, and that is allowing the breath to move with ease throughout the body. For this practice, it is best to adopt a posture that is comfortable and respectful of the needs of your body, while being supportive of wakefulness. Some options include lying down on the back on a firm, comfortable surface, with the legs outstretched and uncrossed, the arms resting along the sides, the palms facing up or down, or sitting upright with a posture that is not too tight or too rigid on a chair, feet resting on the floor, or in the astronaut pose, which involves lying down on the back, legs bent, with the calf and feet resting on the seat of the chair. The intention for this practice is to remain awake, alert, and open to the experience, receptive of the presence or the absence of sensations as they arise, moment by moment. So now, fully inhabiting the posture that you have chosen by allowing the spine to be elongated, upright, but not too tight or rigid in any way, supportive of awakening and alertness to the present moment experience. Closing the eyes or choosing to keeping them open, if more suitable, of falling awake rather than falling asleep. And now becoming aware of the orientation of the body, the contact points of the body with the ground, the space around you, the effects of gravity, sensing the weight of the body, lightness or heaviness, sense of groundedness, stability from the floor underneath you, and aware of the 3 dimensions, shape, volume of the body, front, back, sides. And as we are inviting stillness in the body, to practicing paying attention to present moment experiences in each and every moment of our life, let us welcome this moment we are setting aside as a gift for self-care and well-being. Now resting the attention to the entire body breathing, letting go of any doing, and simply being with the direct sensations of feeling the body breathing on its own, following the natural flow of the breath in the body. Maybe noticing the gentle rising and falling of each in-breath or out-breath in the belly, the rib cage, the chest, or the nostrils, placing your attention wherever the breath feels most vivid to you. And if the mind has wandered, it is not a problem. Simply noticing and coming back to sensing the breath. How is this breath? Is it a short breath or a long breath? Is it deep or slow? You might wish to place your hands on your abdomen to sense the gentle movement of the breath entering and leaving the body. As you follow along the instructions, you may encounter moments of challenge, some discomfort in the body, mental restlessness or critical thoughts, strong emotions. Noticing tendencies of wanting the experience to be other than what it is, of wishing that certain areas of the body were different, which, as difficult as it may be, recognizing what's here, since whatever is happening is already part of the present moment, and acknowledging what's making itself known as another moment to be noticed and met with curiosity and kindness. Now, if the hands were on the abdomen, to feel the breath, bringing the hands alongside of the body, wherever comfortable, and shifting the attention down to the left leg, to the left foot, like a scientist observing what's here with a magnifying glass, inviting curiosity to the big toe of the left foot, the pinky toe, and the other ones. Maybe noticing the space in between those toes or some specific sensations like a tingling, a pulsing, or maybe even an absence of sensations. And traveling the attention along the soles and the top of the left foot, feeling the left heel maybe in contact with the floor, receiving a feedback of hardness or softness from the support on which the foot is resting. And remember that there is no right way to feel during the body scan. You may find some sensations particularly pleasant or other unpleasant, neutral, or even non-existent. this is all just fine. Noticing what's here and meeting things just as they are with kindness and curiosity. By allowing what's already here to be part of your experience, circling the attention around the ankle, aware of the joint, the shape, and the landscape of that ankle, and moving the attention up to the left lower leg. Feeling the shin bones in the front, the fullness of the calf in the back, the fabric of the cloth against the calf or the contact point of the calf with the ground. Noticing here any wish that the experience was different from what it is now. And simply remembering that this practice is about being present to the experience you are having without the need to get anything, add or ignore. And now bringing the attention to the knee, aware of the kneecap, the crease of the knee, the skin, any sensation on the surface or the inside of the knee. Now sensing into the region of the upper leg, aware of the thigh and the muscles, the quads in the front, the hamstrings in the back, the adductors and abductor on the inner and outer side of the left upper leg, the groin, the hip. And this is possible that at some point you are realizing that your attention has wandered away. And as soon as you're noticing this recognition is a moment of awareness, of waking up to the present moment. So without any judgment or giving yourself a hard time, acknowledging, thinking, wondering, and then simply returning the attention back to focus on the body. This is quite normal that the mind will wander again and again through this practice, so as many times as needed, returning the attention with curiosity to the play of sensations present in the here and now. Zooming out to encompass the entirety of the left leg, from the toes to the hip, from the inside out, becoming aware of a sense of heaviness or lightness, warmth, coolness, softness, or other subtle sensations that are making themselves known in this moment. And if at any point during this practice the experience feels like it might be too much in terms of sensations, thoughts, or emotions being encountered, know that there are a few options available to you. You can always return to a point of anchor, such as the breath or sensations within the hands or feet, to steady the attention until you feel ready to come back to the guidance of the body scan. Or you might mindfully adjust the posture to bring in more ease, or you might wish to explore further this challenge by bringing gentle awareness where this is showing up in the body, what qualities are making themselves known in this moment. For instance, are you experiencing sharpness or dullness, soreness or stiffness, burning or stinging? Is the sensation growing or shrinking, changing or dissipating, perhaps even shifting into something else? Whenever you are ready, continuing with the guidance of the body scan. Now crossing the pelvis from the left hip to the right hip and escorting the attention down the right leg to the right foot. And now narrowing the length of your awareness to bring focus to the right toes. Big toe, pinky toe, second, third and fourth toes. Encountering here the presence or absence of sensation, tingling or numbing, and any impulse of perhaps wanting to wiggle the toes. Feeling the top, bottom, arches of the foot. Exploring here any sensations of the foot in contact with the floor. Maybe feeling a sense of pressure, hardness, stability, as well as any sensations arising within the foot. Vibrating, pulsing, numbing, or sensations at the surface of the foot, like feeling the skin of the foot in contact with the air or the sock. Moving on to the ankle, the right lower leg, the shin, the calf, to the knee, becoming aware of the orientation of the knee. Front, back, sides of the knee, the fullness of the thigh, opening up to whatever sensations are present muscularly or at the surface of the upper leg. Moving on to the groin and the hip. And now enlarging the field of your awareness to encompass all and any sensation in your right leg. Now feeling both legs, being receptive to the similarities or differences in sensations into the right and left leg. Perhaps sensing the contact of the legs with the ground or the clothing, sensations of weight, heaviness, lightness, temperature, warm or cool, sensation felt at the surface or within the legs. Maybe a sense of ease or relaxation or restlessness, tightness. Allowing this moment to reveal itself just as it is. Nothing to change, nothing to get rid of, nothing to fix. And if you are noticing yourself elsewhere, this is not a problem. This is a moment of awareness. Perhaps you are noticing being distracted by thoughts or emotions or another body sensation. Maybe you are encountering sleepiness or restlessness. So just simply meeting this experience as it making itself known, as it's already here, maybe noticing where it is showing up in the body, and having a choice here to explore this a little bit further, or returning back to your anchor point, like the breath, the sensation in the hands. And then whenever you are ready, shifting the attention to the whole pelvic bowl. The front with the belly, the region between the navel and the pubic bone, as well as the region across from the right to the left hip, perceiving any sensations that can be felt on the surface as well as within, becoming aware of the pelvic floor, the organs of reproduction and elimination, moving the attention around the sides of the pelvis and the back, perhaps experiencing the point of contact, pressure of the buttocks, the tailbone, the sacrum, the lower spine and lumbar region with the floor or the chair, tuning into whatever exists in your experience, especially with the region of the back, which can be particularly prone to tension, bracing, holding, being open to seeing things arising, shifting, dissipating with a flexibility of attention. Moving the attention from the lower back to the middle of the torso to include the mid-back section with the thoracic spine, the muscle of the back, as well as the front of the torso, the belly, the house of the organs of digestion and purification, perhaps aware here of sensations of hunger, satiety, digestion, moving the attention to the rib cage and its 3 dimensions, experiencing the body breathing on its own. No need to furnish any particular effort, manipulate, control, or change the breath in any way. Noticing the sensations of expansion and deflation in the front, back, and sides of the ribs. Now traveling to the region of the chest, aware of the presence of the breastbone, collarbones, and the heart. Maybe perceiving or hearing the heart beating in the chest. And now expanding the awareness to the entire torso and the back, from the sacrum to the entirety of the spine, to the shoulders, to include the front, from the pelvis to the chest, the sides, from the hips to the armpits. Curious of what sensations are present into the region of the shoulders, shoulder sockets, shoulder blades, vibrations, contact points, tensions or tightening, allowing, if this is possible, to soften any holding, and if not, meeting the experience just as it is. Now moving on to the region of the arms, starting with the left upper arm, the elbow, the orientation of the elbow, noticing the crease on one side, the pointiness on the other, the lower arm, the wrist, and the left hand with the fingers, knuckles, the nails, the fingertips, the back and the palm of the hand, becoming aware of the temperature of the hand, feeling warm or cold or neither, maybe a sense of moisture or dryness, and noticing any sensation from the inside out, whether those are vibrations, pulsations, or feeling the contact of the hand resting on whatever support, or the air along the skin. And now moving the attention up along the left arm, feeling the entirety of the left arm, and guiding the attention across the torso to the right arm, sensing into the muscle of the right upper arm, the elbow joint, the forearm, the wrist, and exploring the region of the right hand, feeling here the presence of the fingers, knuckles, nails, tips, noticing the space in between the fingers or the touching point between one another, and any other sensations arising within the hand, perhaps sensation of temperature, warm or cool, or moisture, dryness, vibration, absence of sensation. And if thoughts or emotions are present, noticing them, then continuing scanning the body by moving up along the right arm, aware of the muscles of the arm, the biceps in the front, triceps in the back, to the shoulder, to where the neck meets the torso. Aware here of the presence of the throat, the vocal cords, the organs of expression and speech, the windpipes, and noticing here any movement of the air coming in and out of the body with the breath. Now exploring the region of the neck from the inside to the outside, circling the attention around the neck, front, sides, back, noticing the presence of the vertebrae in the cervical spine and the curvature of the back of the neck. Exploring now the region of the head, starting with the back of the head, aware of any contact point that the head is making with the support on which you are on, or the space behind the head if you are sitting, the sides, the top, the crown of the head. And here perhaps you are noticing yourself being caught in a stream of thoughts or distracted by emotions, feelings that are pulling you away from the experience of directly sensing the body. So in this moment of awakening to what's here, returning the attention to the region of the head with the face, aware of the presence or the absence of the hair framing the face, the ears, the earlobes, outer and inner ears as receptors of sounds, and becoming aware of the experience of hearing. Whatever sounds are making themselves known in the present moment, including the space in between the sounds and the sounds of silence. Moving down to the jaw and jawline, perhaps noticing here some tightness, tension, constriction, and if possible, inviting a softening. Aware of the chin, the mouth, the lips, upper and lower lips perhaps contacting one another, the presence of the teeth, gum, tongue, roof and floor of the mouth. Maybe a sense of dryness, moisture, the cheeks, and maybe feeling the temperature of the air along the skin, the temples, the forehead, the eyebrows, exploring with a little more curiosity the details, outlining the eyes, starting with the inner and outer corners, the eyelids, eyelashes, and the eyeballs resting in the eye sockets. Feeling the space between the eyes, the nose, the nostrils, curious of any movements, sensations of the inflow and outflow of air associated with the breath. And now expanding the field of your awareness to the entire head, the face, the skull, holder of the brain, and allowing the brain to rest, just like any other organs in the body. Letting go of any thinking. Widening the length of your awareness even more to now taking into account the entire body from the crown of the head to the toes. Aware of the presence of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the right and left arms, hands and fingers, the entirety of the torso, front, sides, and back, the belly, the pelvic area, lower back, buttocks, the right and left legs, the feet and the toes, resting in awareness of the entire body breathing in its three dimensionalities, from the front to the back, from one side to the other, across its length and its width. Noticing how it is for you in this moment. Allowing the breath to travel throughout the body. Aware of each in-breath, bringing in vital energy, nourishing the body. And of each out-breath, cleansing, taking away what is no longer needed by the body. Being fully present to experiencing the body breathing. Feeling the breath inhabiting, animating the body. Aware of the life that is making itself known in this very moment. Fully present with yourself, just as you are right now, with a sense of wholeness and completeness. As this practice is slowly coming to an end, you might wish to congratulate yourself for the time that you have set aside to experiencing life as it unfolds. Recognizing the energy and efforts that you have put into showing up with the intention of attending to yourself with kind, open, curious attention to foster your own well-being. And perhaps, if this feels right for you, sending yourself some appreciation and gratitude for being with the experience of attending your life fully in the present moment. And now attending the entire body breathing until you hear the sound of the bells concluding this practice.